Alright, Wanda and Nugget are no longer here. We have removed everything, so now Bluebell and Rowan are ready to go. Rennie's just making some milk, and I'm going to take off the safety wire which is holding the door closed. Ropes are all checked, cage is checked. Got some food for the adults and we're good to go. There's no one, the monkeys have literally just come past, but we weren't quite ready to start yet. But I'm sure as soon as they hear the door opening, they'll come running. Alright, here we have Mrs. Gold, finally turned up. We also have Digit, so you can actually let both of these in. So Mrs. Gold's season has begun.
Well, you all remember Mrs. Gold. She's got lots of experience, and you can just see not even a hesitation, straight in, checks if the food's okay, has a look for the little ones.
So Mrs. Gold, Digit is on the outside, and here she comes. So Digit also really great with the babies, however she is not really one for the intro cage. But let's see if she wants to join in. This is Bluebell, who of course has very wild natured, and we expected her to be very confident with the mums.
So that was quite surprising. Bluebell came down straight away. You can see there she doesn't seem that frightened at all, sharing the food and things like this. Yeah, so sometimes, as I say, things just go completely different. Each integration has its own little quirks, and as I say, this is quite amazing. Little Bluebell hasn't shown any fear whatsoever.
So Rowan is above us at the minute. He's still quite nervous.
It's like Bluebell's thinking, hey, that's our food. Who said you're allowed to eat it? And little Rowan, I think he's a little bit taken back. But Mrs. Gold, fantastic mom. As you've seen in previous episodes, how well she handles the little ones, and her process of getting them to come to her and to work with them. So we're very confident. I'm sure little Rowan's going to take on from Bluebell, who doesn't seem mind at all. She just thinks this is my food. Whether she doesn't look like she's eating it enthusiastically. I think she's just trying to make a point and saying, hey, this was put down for us, not for you.
We now have Angelica approaching Bluebell.
So Angelica was born in the troop in 2008. She's fairly low ranked, but you can see Bluebell also doesn't seem to be bothered by any of the adult females at all, taking it very easily. You do hear Rowan up in the top there making a little bit of a noise, but Bluebell, for some reason or other, just not worried at all.
Wait. Let's see. Yeah, you can switch those two. So that's Angelica out, and Mirabelle has gone in. Outside we've got Pippin, the alpha male, the big guy right in front of us, and just behind him is Maria Lisa, a 3-year-old. And we've also got We've also got Smokey here in the bushes. So far integration, as you can see, Rowan very scared. A big contrast between the two babies. Rowan's very nervous. He's running away from the adults, looking for comfort from us. And Bluebell, he looks like she's been in with them for months. So this Mrs. Gold is sitting right next to Bluebell now. This is Rowan, who was chased into submission, and he's finally just lay down and is allowing Mrs. Gold to groom him. So hopefully this will put him at ease a bit. Here comes Bluebell, wanting some of the action.
Well, it certainly looks like little Bluebell has come over to comfort her little orphan buddy Rowan and just say, look, everything's going to be okay. These moms are great, and soon we're going to be out in a whole new troop with a whole new life together. It's nothing to worry about.
Evening update here at the Goliath foster mum cage, and it's quite difficult to see because of the way the light is, but up in that top right corner is Mrs. Gold on the perch with both Bluebell and Rowan. And just within the last 5 minutes, Rowan has clung on and Mrs. Gold has been carrying him around on her belly, which is really amazing progress. Rowan started very nervous and was quite scared and intimidated. Bluebell has been super chill all day. Nothing has fazed her whatsoever. But she's also not looking for too much comfort either. She's very independent, which has meant that Rowan, who is the one looking for some comfort, has now found that in Mrs. Gold. So they're all now up on the perch together, which bodes very well for them spending the night out. It looks like that should not be a problem whatsoever. So yeah, it's been a really great day. We did hope to get more adults in, we did try a few. We had Mirabelle, we also had Angelica, but they didn't really, they stay for a short time and then they start to stress out because they want back out into the enclosure. And with the way Rowan was behaving, we were trying to reduce the amount of stress, so we let them out. We thought it would be nice and much calmer with just Mrs. Gold here, which would allow Rowan to settle quicker. So we've gone for just Mrs. Gold today. Tomorrow's another day. We can maybe try again to find another female to add to the group. We're hoping Ellie will turn up at one point. We hoped for Ellie to join, but she hasn't. We haven't actually seen her today outside the intro cage, so we haven't had an opportunity. So hopefully tomorrow she'll turn up and hopefully join her foster mum in looking after an orphan, but we'll see. So for today, pretty good. We've just got another couple hours before sunset, so we'll hang around here and make sure they settle okay, and then we'll be back first thing in the morning.
It's always amazing to see how the different moms handle the orphans and the way they sort of win them over. Mrs. Gold's exceptionally good at this type of thing. A lot of people sort of know her. She's got a name for herself. Very, very good with the little orphans. She can be strict if she has to be, but they just seem to know she's got that motherly figure. They migrate over to her very quickly. And as I say, it's just nice sometimes just to sit down and watch and see how each foster mom does things in a different way to win over the hearts of the little orphan. I mean, you must remember you have got little guys here that have been traumatized in all kinds of different ways. Their instincts aren't just to go to a different troop or anything like that as well. So for them it is quite an experience. So it is quite a remarkable thing that you actually watch to see these little ones, and of course a foreign mom taking them over and starting to look after them. So it'll be nice just to compare these two, Rowan and Bluebell, with what happens to Wanda and Nugget, who come in a little bit later on. Naturally, the grooming is what it's all about, and this is what builds up the bonds, and of course gets the confidence of the little ones as well. And Mrs. Gold, she seems to love grooming the little ones and just sort of winning them over. And of course you can see how much more relaxed they've actually become in her company since they were first introduced. I mean, just look how they're playing around her and things like this, and playing with each other. Not a care in the world, and of course they have got a great mom. As I said before, she is also a no-nonsense mom. If she's going to check out if there's any fleas or bugs, she's going to check it out whether you like it or not. So, yeah, she's actually quite amazing. If you see some of the other foster moms, they kind of tense because they don't like being in the intro cage, where Mrs. Gold seems to have known the process now. She knows she's not in there forever, and it's just basically a means of getting used to the little ones before she can take them out. So she's a very unstressed foster mom, so great to work with, and she does amazing things with getting these little ones out into the troop.
There it goes. So here is little Wanda. She's gonna join. Bluebell and Rowan in Goliath with Mrs. Gold. So Rennie's gonna bring her there. We are in Goliath intro cage. Rennie is about to integrate Wanda with Mrs. Gold, Ellie, and her friends Bluebell and Rowan. She's very calm, she didn't cry at all.
Sorry, you have to leave your monkey friends. Do you have other friends inside? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay?
Moms are already waiting. So we need them to go a little bit further so Rennie can safely open the door. I'm gonna throw here some raisins.
Okay.
Yep. Rowan is already visiting her. So we're in Disneyland and it's now the turn for Nugget to join Goliath babies. So we took Wanda a bit more than 1 hour ago and she's already doing better. And now we are gonna add this little boy. That seems very calm for now. Okay, goodbye. Okay, let's go. Hello, hi. So we are arriving to the intro cage. Victoria is checking that everything is fine with Wanda. How is Wanda doing?
Still scared.
Okay.
Very attached to your man.
So she's
making progress.
still crying, but less than when she joined. She's up there. So now Nugget is going to be joining the three of them, Bluebell, Rowan and Wanda. We are going to present him so they can see each other. The moms are already interested.
Should we have the one now?
I will try and distract them with some raisins.
It's sometimes nice to just see the different way foster moms behave, and because this lot are a lot more experienced, they don't take it out on the volunteer. Normally when the baby screams, they go for the volunteer that's trying to hand the baby in. But in this case they know the whole setup and what's going to happen, and they pay more attention to the little one.
And the mom are all on the top.
Raisins. Look at these, yeah. Can throw them. You want to throw up?
I can't.
Oh, you can't.
What do I do with Wanda?
Maybe wait. Yeah. 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 She's in. He's in. Wait, who's that one that's been grabbed? So either
Wanda or Nugget.
yeah, Wanda or Nugget. He grabbed. Mrs. Gold grabbed one of them. Of course, Nugget is screaming a lot. That's normal. Up there, it's
That's Nugget?
Nugget up there, yeah.
Okay, so it's Nugget. That's the unicorn.
Some of you may remember Ellie. She was the orphan from 2019, whose mom was actually caught by eagles, and she was brought up by Mrs. Gold.
Just visiting the Goliath intro cage with Wanda, who's right at the front, and then we have Nugget and Ellie. So Nugget is the baby and Ellie is his foster mum. Just down there, Mrs. Gold, Rowan, Bluebell are on the floor currently. So they've currently just received some grass. So they're all down here. So I've just come up to check on them as we're doing daily baby checks. So we're just checking on all of the babies in intro cages, and just checking sure how they're doing. And making sure everyone is okay, especially with the respiratory virus that we've got going on. So these guys are hopefully going to get released soon, within the next couple of weeks, which will be really exciting.
So we can't wait to see how that goes. But yes, everyone is doing really well.
So Mrs. Gold has got herself a nice bit of marrow, and she's busy going through there and trying to have a look for some nice pips that she might find in between. So they are very nutritious, and of course the little ones are very interested in what she's eating, and hopefully this will help them look for stuff like that in the future.
Mrs. Gold enjoying a marula. Marula's season is here. Very high in vitamin C, as you can see, very tasty. Mrs. Gold is a seasoned pro at getting into the marulas. The babies aren't quite so sure. Ellie knows what she's doing, so Ellie's eating hers. The babies are just playing at the bottom with the ones still in the skin. Baby's trying the marula. They're letting mum peel it and then they're eating it afterwards. That there is Nugget and Rowan. Nugget being the one to the left. Nope, to the right, sorry. And the left is Rowan, and then at the back is Bluebell. And climbing the fence to see me, and about to come into camera shot, is Wanda. Thanks, Wanda. So again, there are those boys. Rowan on the left, Nugget at the back. New mom Ellie enjoying a marula. Nugget's just come, no, Rowan's just come to join her. There's a lot of things a mum will share with her child. Marulas are not one of them. Just witnessed Ellie try and protect her marula from the boys as best she can. And they're jumping on her head, jumping on her back, they're coming under her arms. And they're taking it when she's dropped it. Thank you, Ellie.
Just here checking on the Goliath babies. So we have Ellie and Nugget on the left. Wanda is just climbing the fence. We then have little Rowan up here, Mrs. Gold, and then Bluebell is just up on the perch currently. So these guys have about another week until they get released. So tomorrow we're going to release the H&B babies, and then hopefully the week after we will get these babies out into troop. They have been in troop since early December time, and are doing really well. Big drinkers. Ellie generally looks after Nugget. As you can see, Ellie is a really good foster mum. It's her first time and she's doing really well, being taught all of the tips of the trade from her foster mum, Mrs. Gold. Here we have our Goliath babies. So we have Rowan, Wanda, Bluebell and Nugget. So we're just going to put in the milk. So first up is Wanda, and then Bluebell. Then we have Nugget. And then Rowan is still up with Mrs. Gold at the moment. So Mrs. Gold is in here with Ellie. And Ellie is a previous foster daughter of hers. So Ellie came in 2020 and was integrated early 2020 with Mrs. Gold, and now she is a foster mum. She mainly looks after Nugget, but all of the babies are doing really, really well. So here we have Ellie grooming Mrs. Gold at the moment.
This is Wanda in the middle and Nugget on the right, Rowan in the back, and Mrs. Gold grooming Ellie in the background there. So these guys just enjoying some early morning sunshine, getting warmed up. And these guys are a week away from release. This week we decided to do the Anglesey foster mums. These guys are, and the mums are going to come over to protect them now. And yeah, 1 week away from foster mums, or sorry, we did the Anglesey foster mums this week, so 1 week away from release. These guys will go out into the Goliath enclosure. So there's these three, and of course Bluebell as well, who's just above me. Can't quite see her. She's a little more shy when there's people around. Ellie, this is Ellie's first year as a mum, and she's done exceptionally well. She was a bit nervous at the start, being trapped in the intro cage, but she's been really great so far. She mostly carries Nugget, and she's very protective. So learning from the best, of course her foster mum, Mrs. Gold, a very experienced foster mum. So this is, that was Bluebell just to the right there. She's just gone again for a drink. This is Rowan on Wanda, Nugget coming in.
Victoria's cleaning some bottles because today's the Goliath release. The 4 babies will be going out into troop today, and they will be experiencing 3 more feeding cages, so we need to make 3 more feeding cages worth of bottles. There's 4 babies, there's 3 feeding cages, so there'll be 12 bottles in total. Victoria's had to find a further 8 to match the 4 that we already have in the feeding cage currently. If anybody's wondering, we use the Petag bottles. Petag baby feeding bottles, 60 something mil. So if anybody would like to sponsor some Petag bottles, we would love you immensely because we are running out of them. These teats are like gold dust, so if you could send us some teats as well, we would also love you immensely. Thank you, Victoria. Enjoy the release.
Getting that official.
Yeah, so Mark. Well, I've just asked Mark his predictions for today's release at Goliath, who goes out first and who drinks first, and Mark is going to confirm his predictions on film.
Nugget is gonna go out first. I'm almost 100% sure because he's the one who gets carried a lot. out of all the nuggets being carried, and Ellie really wants out, so as soon as we touch those strings, I was going to grab Nugget and go straight for the door. Who drinks first? I don't know. I guess, yeah, Nugget and Rowan are good drinkers, but Wanda is as well, so it'll not be Bluebell. Bluebell will be the last out and the last to drink. That's my anti-prediction.
Okay, good to know. So just with Vic at the Goliath release, tell me your prediction. Who goes out first?
Rowan with Ellie.
And who will drink first?
Wanda.
Wanda, interesting. Rennie, who goes out first?
I think Nugget with Mrs. Gold, and Nugget is going to drink first.
Interesting.
Well, a very exciting time for everybody, and everybody's eager to see these little ones going out. Everybody's ready, so if you join us next week, you should see Nugget and Rowan, the first in the queue, basically to get out there with their foster moms and meet the rest of the troop. Further than that, thank you everybody for watching and joining us. We do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video of them getting used to their foster moms. It's always an exciting time, a little bit scary for some of the little ones, but of course in the end of the day it's the best for them. They get onto their mom, and of course that's their way to a whole new chapter in their lives. Thank you for watching. See you next week.